channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. My channel is a haul every Saturday without fail, and I do things during the week depending on what's going on in my life. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, don't forget to subscribe down below and click the notification bell. You'll be notified of the midweek vlogs or videos or whatever comes up, because there's no schedule for those ones. So I have a £60 budget every week. We spent £37.46 this week. It was a weird shop. So I tend to say it's a weird shop a lot, and I was thinking about it. I guess it depends what's happening in your life at the time, doesn't it? As to, in lockdowns, everything was the same, so I sort of had the same sort of shop. Then when we get back to real life, different things happen. You know, you may decide you're going on a diet, so clearly your shopping's going to be different, or you might have family around or a holiday or something. This one's different because stuff's been happening the past couple of weeks. If you look at my previous video, then you'll be updated, sort of thing. So food hasn't really been getting eaten in the house. There's no point in me buying stuff I know I'm not going to eat. Didn't get any fresh stuff because I'm pretty much going to be eating my feelings this weekend, so there was no point in buying it. I did get a few bargains, so I stocked up on those. Yeah, I just didn't really need a lot, so it was, as the title of this video is probably going to be called, a mindless shop. As in, I wasn't being mindful. I wasn't trying to pick up things that were better priced or looking at different items to find a better equivalent or anything along those lines. I just went and did the shop. I didn't really realise what type of shop it was until I got home and took it out the trolley, because I do have a four-wheel trolley, you know, like a granny trolley that I take shopping, and you know, you scan it and you put it in, so you don't really pay that much attention unless you've got a list. Did get everything off my list. It was mainly bits for Corey. So yeah, that was it this week, so let's get on with the shop. So if you've been here before, you know that I set it out in a specific sort of way. I usually have like fresh, dairy, then I go on to tins and stuff like that. Clearly it's not going to be set out like that. And also I did forget to say, if you are new here, I do shop the day before I haul, so things have been cracked into, because Corey and I ate some of the items last night. So I've still kept the packages, so you know what I bought and the prices and things. So I picked up a butter. I haven't really had butter for a few weeks, but I fancy some bread, jam and toast, and I didn't have any of them. So I got this salted, this is the British salted butter. It's a 250-gram packet, and this is £1.75. Now this is really, really nice. This is their cheap Asda cheese. It's the mature one. They do a light one as well. They do a mild one as well, so you do need to pay attention. It's just the only difference is that they have the blue word in here. This is a 385, I believe. No, an 825. Completely wrong. 825-gram packet for £3.65. Now I buy this for I do slow cooker foods for my dogs. So now this is going to do 2 weeks rather than 1 week. It's actually a 1.1 kilogram packet, and I get this is the slightly more expensive one. So the other one is £1.94, but when you like fill them, you can feel that they have a lot more bones in the other packet, so you're paying a lot of the weight is actually bones you're paying for, which clearly you don't want that. So now I get this one. This was actually £2.60 last week. It's now £3, so it has gone up a lot, but like I said, this is going to last me 2 weeks now. And like I said, I fancy jam, so I picked this one. This is 34p, I think, for this one. This is like the cheap and cheerful one. This is really, really decent. I was getting the more expensive one, but I always try cheaper ones every now and again. And before, I would never eat this one because it was very sugary, but it's not now. It's got like a good fruit flavour to it. It's not just all sugar, and you know, you're saving a lot of money by getting the cheaper jam. This is not okay, so that's not this week's shopping. That was last week, and just I can't move it. It's got to stay there for now. So I needed some juice. I haven't actually had juice for ages. I remember when I used to do my food hauls, I would always have a red juice and a orange juice in the fridge at all times, but I haven't had juice for the longest time, and I actually did fancy some the other day, and I had a little bit of blackcurrant left and it was nasty. Really wanted pink grapefruit. Now this one's 90p. I don't know whether it's any good. I don't know if I've tried the fruit and barley before, but I will let you know with that one. I did fancy some fizzy, so I picked up this Sprite. This is the 2 litre and it was £1. Corey's into Cokes at the moment, clearly, because like I only literally bought that yesterday and he's already a chunk of the way through the second one. They're £1.70 each. They're expensive, more expensive because they're the full fat, but it's the one he wanted. I just picked up some Digestive Biscuits. I know Corey randomly eats these, and these are 60p. Like I said, I'm going to be eating chocolate this weekend, and I really didn't know what to get, but I do know I like Nestle. This is a 14 pack for £1.94, I think it was £1.94. Or they had a 9 pack for £1.50, so it was worth getting this one. Plus you're getting more for your money, like you're getting more of them, so I'm going with that. And Rolos haven't had for the longest time. They're £1.25. Before you could get chocolate when they were on their reduced prices for like £1, but I think £1.25 is now going to be our new low price on chocolates. Picked up some of these sticks. Now I did mention these ones before. You can get the 5 pack. Literally, it says here, that tiny bit is the only difference. The 6 pack, the package is identical. It's literally that number you've got to look at, and you really do need to pay attention because this pack, the 5 pack, is 60p. The 6 pack is actually £1.20. So for one more stick, you're paying double the price. That's ridiculous. So please, if you are looking for this, make sure you look at the number on there. We knew we was going to have some nachos at some point, so the stocks in the store weren't very good. I couldn't get any types of sauces at all. This was the only cheap Asda make one that I could find. This is actually 43p for 180 grams. Yeah, and this one's 180 grams. Okay, so that surprised me because Corey was saying last night that my packet, he says this is my packet, there was a lot less in it, but I might have to weigh them then next time. So 180 grams for this one is actually £1.50 at the moment. This is the flame grilled steak one. It's very nice. He like mixes them on a plate and then we have some guacamole and stuff left over in the fridge and some cheese over the top. It's really good. Definitely recommend that if you fancy that as a meal. We had burgers last night as well. So Corey ate his quarter pounders, both of them. Didn't realise I was going to eat both. £1.80 for this. Normally I'd wait for a deal, but I just wasn't paying that much attention, so I picked up again. This is 2 weeks running. I paid full price, but he does really enjoy them. I wanted to get the large burger buns that I actually did get last week. They're in a green packet. I can't remember the make, and they're £1.70, but they didn't have any on the shelf, so I just went with this because it says the burger buns. It's slightly bigger than the average bun, but not as big as the other ones, but it's £1.20 for 6 of them. I actually really enjoyed them. I don't eat homemade burgers that often. It's just, you know, it doesn't bother me either way. Burgers just don't do it for me particularly. But I really enjoyed the bun. Corey said it was so you take that as you want, but I've never seen this one before in there. Picked up some toilet roll this week. Probably should have got 2, just wasn't really thinking, because I did want to get one a week and I couldn't get any last week because the shelf was completely empty. These ones are actually £1.90. They used to get these in a 12 pack, but they now do like 2 rolls to like a roll holder, whatever you call it. So you get 6 in there for the same. It's the same amount for £1.90. Pretty decent stuff. I like it, so we're sticking with that. And clearly we're going through a lot of this at the moment, so I picked up one of these, and they're actually £2.30 for a twin pack. I know they're slightly more expensive, but I do find having the balm one does save your nose from getting dry and sore, so it's definitely worth paying that little bit more, I find anyway. I wanted to get a few ready meals, but there wasn't that many in there. I actually did get home thinking I bought Corey a lasagna as well. Turns out I hadn't. I don't know what happened there, but I did check the receipt and I hadn't bought it. I got the macaroni cheese for myself. Corey doesn't actually like this. I think it's really nice. It's like one of them, you know, it's really stodgy. It's not massively strong cheesy, but it is cheesy flavour. You know, it's not like a mature cheese type cheesy, but it's stodgy and like comfort type food type things. So I don't normally go for ready meals, but I just wanted to have one in the cupboard. That's 90p. Also 90p is the cheese and tomato pasta, which Corey likes. Haven't been buying bread lately, but like I said, I want jam on, probably going to be jam on toast. This is 70p a loaf. It's decent. If you can get the opportunity of going to Tesco and get this, they do like this bread loaf in like the same colour packaging and everything, but clearly it's Tesco's own. It is better, but this is decent. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to go and get the Tesco one, but if I came across it, I would pick up the Tesco one, if that makes sense. So I did get pizza for Corey. He does like them to be in the freezer. Pizza is his thing. This is actually £2.15. £2.15. It is the most expensive stuffed crust pizzas you can get. It is actually Asda at the moment. You can get deals on in Iceland, and Aldi ones are cheaper. But I had no intention of going anywhere else. It was hard enough doing it this week as it was. So I bought the barbecue chicken and bacon one. Don't know if he's tried this one or not. I'm not sure. And I had seen this one being plastered all over Facebook, and I went in and it looked like it was full price, but I scanned it and these are actually 25p. Now, I normally buy these for Corey anyway. They're usually £1, so I picked up 4. If I had more freezer space, I would have picked up more of them as well. But 25p, you can't, how good is that? I'm just going to have to make sure he doesn't eat more in 1 week, because that's something Corey would end up doing. And the chicken dippers, I always talk about the chicken dippers. So these are actually £4.25 for the 1.275 gram. There's a lot of different ranges in this, in the same colour packaging and everything, but it's just this bit's different clearly. So you'll have like chicken chunks, and some are being batter, some are being breadcrumbs, that type of thing. And for the life of me, I can't remember. I need to try and look and remember to look, but I can't remember the weight. It's either they're 600 gram ones or 700 or 800 grams, sorry. So this is like double plus a bit, and they were like £1 cheaper, so not really worth the money if you're gonna if you work out weights. But now they're the same price, and one of them, but I can't remember which one, is actually £5 something. So this is the best one you can get for like the amount you're getting in it. 100%. Corey loves this one. He literally goes through a whole packet of these every single week, and he's not bored with them yet, and he's been having them for a long time. So these would be highly recommended. I've actually never tried one, so I don't know, but chicken dippers, yeah, take them or leave them personally. And that was this week's shop. Like I said, it's not, it just is what it is. I really don't need much. We're good for tins and jars and all that sort of stuff, so that's it. So that is it. I hope the prices have helped a bit. It was a quickie one because, you know, normally I'd give you like food ideas and things like that, but I just didn't have them. Most of this stuff is just stuff in the oven, isn't it? So you know, there was no point in me buying stuff if I don't need it. We haven't been going through most of the foods. Corey literally just eats frozen food, so you know, he's just going to stuff in the freezer anyway. I actually don't have anything else to say. I can't think of anything else to talk about. You know, normally I'd talk rubbish for the next 5 minutes, but I have nothing to say, so I'm going to go now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.